This is a 2026 Chevy Silverado ZR2 AEV Bison, and I think this is the best off-road truck in the segment today. I borrowed it from Ken Garff Chevy here in American Fork. This truck is available for sale. Be sure to ask for Caden. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see some of the options and features on this build. At the very top is a description. White sands is the color for the exterior. And here's a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause to see more. Now, base price does come in at $71,700, and this one does have that ZR2 Bison package at $8,010. 6.2 liter is $1,500. Sunroof, active exhaust comes a part of that 6.2 liter, by the way. Now, destination is $2,595 for a total price of $83,495. And then here are the fuel economy off to the side. So here's why Chevy trucks keep winning. Pricing. Now, this truck did see a sizable price increase. This truck went up by $2,300. However, some of that was the destination charge at $2,595. It was $1,995. But the price went up as well simply because your technology package is now standard. Now, if you don't remember what that gave you, that pretty much gave you the heads-up display, adaptive cruise control. It gave you the rear camera mirror and the power steering column. So yes, the price did go up, but GM gave you some extra goodies for the pickup. I like that. And let's just say it, this is the coolest truck on the market today. Love the boron steel front bumpers by AEV. Gives you better ground clearance, and I just think it looks so much cooler than the ones that come on the regular ZR2s. Front parking sensors are integrated, and you have all your crash protection that you would get from the manufacturer, so you don't lose anything by adding these bumpers, okay? You also can add a winch inside of this bumper as well, so if you do need to go off-road, or if you live on a farm, you have a lot of versatility too. Active grille shutters, you have the flow-through tie with that red accent here. And I like the hood too. They give you a lot of aggressive styling on this truck. Premium lighting, fog lights, and you guys see you have those steel skid plates here too. Love the recovery hooks. You can add additional recovery here too. Sequential turn signals. And this is the main reason why you buy this ZR2. You get the Multimatic dynamic suspension spool valve. So this doesn't use deflective disc, it uses spool valves. Has a oil reservoir built in. Now, this is not an active suspension, but it does help contribute to a better ride on this truck. Double wishbone. They do strengthen that lower control arm. You have a aluminum steer knuckle for weight savings there. Fabric material for the liner, and then here are the tires. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs, LT 275/70/18. They do give you the unique AEV wheels. And if you care to know the inches, it's basically 33.2 inches tall, 10.8 inches in width. Here are the capacities for the tires, 2,680 pounds at 50 PSI cold. They do add fender flares onto this truck, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed on the front end, they do provide clearance lights right there because of the extra width of this truck. You have the rock rails on the side here. You cannot get this truck with the longer bed. I also have these lights on the mirrors. You have that blind spot alert. These are heated, black painted door handles with smart key system right there. And if you care to see some of your extra skid plates, you have stamped skid plates. They also provide a skid plate for your fuel tank, 24 gallon. And you can see further back, there's a skid plate for your rear diff, so if you need to slide over a rock, you don't damage that skid plate. And I want to show you, you have some cameras here with your puddle lights too. And as I mentioned, 24 gallon tank. 6.2 does, they say recommend, but I say require. Put that premium fuel in this truck, don't be cheap. There is a wax coating on the frame. 5 leaves in that main pack. Bottom one being a helper spring, more Multimatic out back too. And I love the fact that they're giving you a liner. So Ford has just given up on giving their trucks liners. GM is still giving them to you. More steel bumpers in the back, class 4 hitch. And these taillights have LED and incandescent bulbs inside of them. Camera provisions right here. More incandescent bulbs there. They still provide the lock. Ford doesn't give you a lock anymore either. They took that away from you for whatever reason. And you get this matted finish on the back of the tailgate when you spend that extra $8,000. You can add lights, by the way, into the bumper. And I'm sure you guys saw the recovery hooks. There is 400 watts of power in the bed lights right there. Also on that side. Tons of tie downs. Be sure to check out my Juggernaut promo code if you want to add a better solution for tying things down in the bed. 2 cameras, defrost with power glass, and there's that sunroof right there. Let's take a quick peek underneath the truck. So you see right there, matching wheel and tire. So if you do get a flat on the beaten path, they still give you a way to get back to civilization. Love that. 323 rear, excuse me, on this truck. I think I'm on an HD truck, but no, 323 front and rear lockers. And then here's a side view of the truck. So here's the 6.2 liter engine. You do have the active exhaust whenever you get the 6.2, and it gives you 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. All that power does go through a 10-speed transmission, direct injection. Now here's something you have to understand. If you want those horsepower and torque numbers, you got to burn that premium fuel, unfortunately. So that's why I say, just get the premium. You're going to get a better running engine, in my opinion, and Costco has top tier fuel. So if you're concerned about price, just go there because their fuel's a little bit cheaper. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Now they do give you the black and gray stone interior, and that's one nice thing about the ZR2. You get a unique exterior along with a unique interior. I like this green stitching that they give you. I say lime green all the time, but today it's just green. And they give you like this fabric piping here. I like the graphics up here, all soft touch. Nice design on the door too. Seat memories, power folding outside mirrors, auto up and down for the front windows, auto down for the rear. Bose premium sound system, ZR2 badge there. Also you get the unique AEV all-weather mats, including the stitching on the headrest. Better bolstering on these seats too for ZR2. Power steering column, as you saw, or as you heard me say, it now comes standard, not an option anymore. And then you have 4-wheel drive auto, which I like for the winter time. So if you live up a steep driveway, that's nice to have because you don't want to leave it obviously in 4-wheel drive high, or definitely not 4-wheel drive low. So that 4-wheel drive auto, you can kick it on, and if the wheels start to slip, boom, kicks it on for you. Here's some of your lighting controls. By the way, you have drive modes. I'll try to remember to show these to you with tow haul. Heads-up display right there. That's a 15-inch screen, by the way. You have a 13.4-inch and a 12-inch for the driver, and then 10-way driver's seat. And you can see these seats have perforated leather. These are heated and ventilated. Let's check out the passenger side. 10-way seat for the passenger, so you can lift the front and the rear. On the Fords, 8-way. Black headliner, soft touch on the dash, and you cannot carry a bed camper with this truck. Out back, /60/40 bench, seat back pockets, outboard heated seats, USBs, cup holders, and armrests with more cup holders. You can drop these headrests down for better visibility, storage for both sides, seat back, and more storage underneath the seats too. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's side. Love the graphics that they give you for the screens, or animations really. Now if you put the truck in sport mode, I'm gonna twist this to the right. It does actually make the exhaust a little bit louder. Now if you put it in off-road, it does stay loud. And then this is the extra drive mode. You have terrain, and it does force you to go into basically forward drive high, okay? On this screen, you guys saw that this had 2 camera views above the cab, right? So the first one obviously is here. You have it for this rearview mirror. The second one is for bed view. You can zoom in. You can also add a backup line just in case you decide you want to tow a gooseneck trailer. Not recommending you do that, but that is available. You have great views for your tires, so if you do plan on going off-road, this is nice to have as well. Now if you don't want your 360 camera on, you can disable that. I love that they keep this menu illuminated down here because others are just not as well thought out. GM has done a great job with their 360 camera for sure. Now just below the screen, you have your lane keep assist. Parking sensors can be disabled. You have your auto stop start. You can drop the tailgate, caution lights, traction control, downhill assist, and then you have that rear locker, and then front and rear locker can be activated right there. Dual climate control, and as I mentioned, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel buttons right here, and it does come on automatically when you turn the truck on because it's 38 degrees outside. By the way, there's a little bit of storage above the screen too. This screen is also customizable. You can remove things from this docking station, I guess you can call it. Maybe you want to put your cameras inside of here, or maybe you rather just have your Apple CarPlay inside of there. You can have it any way you like it. You can control the climate here, but I like that GM has continued to give hard buttons because most manufacturers don't give that to you. At least they give you some of it, but it's like a partial listing, and then you have to go to the screen to get the rest of it. You have this second screen here. Okay. And let's go to settings. If you go to vehicle, let's go down to remote lock, unlock, and start. So you guys see you have a few things that you can actually set up here. Now I just learned this recently. Someone told me about this and I wasn't paying attention. So when on, your remote key can control your power windows, see owner's manual. So let's go ahead and try that real quickly. You have to have the key with you, obviously. Let's just go ahead and step out. Let's say you go in the house for the day and you wake up the next morning, it's like 90 degrees outside, and now you want to open your window. So if you hold down the unlock button, you can air out the truck. I love that. Someone did say that you don't have to use the remote start with it. For whatever reason, when I did the last truck, it would not work. So I don't know if every truck's a little different, but or maybe it just didn't work that day when I tried it. But yeah, that's a pretty cool feature to have. And as I said, this is a really nice truck. I think that for what you get in a GM pickup, there's just a lot of nice features. You have HomeLink right there. You can control that sunroof, and I would say if you're in the market too, this is a perfect time to lease a truck like this. Like I would love to own one of these, right? Keep it for 3 years, drive it, have fun with it, take it off road. It's not a truck you're gonna keep, so have fun, go off road with it. And then in 3 years, you know that they're gonna be coming out with a new truck next year. And by the time this lease is up, you can just turn it in and get you a new truck. And you don't have to worry about paying over MSRP because it's the brand new latest and greatest thing. So yeah, I definitely recommend the AEV edition because of all the nice versatility that this truck has. And I like the idea of the front rear lockers. It's kind of hard to get stuck with front rear lockers, guys. I'm just gonna tell you now, if you air down a little bit and you're off the beaten path, this truck works really good. Let's check out the numbers on the door and then I'll pretty much end the video. Now your front gross axle weight rating is gonna be 3,950 pounds. The rear is 3,800 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,100 pounds. The wheels are 18 by 8.5 wide. All-in payload is 1,064 pounds. And curb weight is 6,036 pounds. So this truck is heavy. Conventional towing is 8,800 pounds. Gross combined weight rating is 15,000. And if you care to see the tire pressure, you can see the payload is actually 1063 here. And then 38 PSI all the way around. You guys saw that the tires were maxed out at 50 PSI. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are in the market, be sure to check out Ken Garff here in American Fork Chevy. They are really nice to work with. Caden's number, his desk line is at the very beginning of this video, so be sure to call him and see what they can do for you guys. I'll see you in the next video.